Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is going to make a few memories sting. There are women in your life right now, not from your past, not from your imagination, but right now, who will destroy your peace long before they ever destroy your heart. And the scariest part? They don't look dangerous. They don't come with warning labels. They come disguised as excitement, attention, validation, or the feeling you've finally been chosen. But some women aren't meant to be loved. Some are meant to be avoided at all costs. You've met her before, the woman who enters your life like a spark, like adrenaline, like a sudden burst of meaning you didn't even know you were craving. She's intense, she's magnetic, she's unpredictable. And at first that feels exciting, but what you don't see, what most men never see until it's too late, is that she thrives on the chaos she creates. She doesn't seek connection, she seeks control. She doesn't want a partnership, she wants a stage. And you? You become the spotlight that keeps her ego glowing. She'll praise you one moment and punish you the next. She'll pull you close and push you away. She'll test you, tease you, confuse you, and make you question yourself, all while acting like she's the victim of her own behavior. And the reason she feels so dangerous is because deep down, she knows exactly what she's doing. This is the woman who watches how quickly you react to her silence. The woman who studies how fast you apologize for things she caused. The woman who takes your loyalty and treats it like a weakness she can exploit. She feeds on the men who love with softness because softness is easy to manipulate. She drains the men who care with honesty because honesty gives her leverage. She targets the men who want to protect because protectors are easy to guilt. But you need to hear this truth from a woman who has watched these patterns play out more times than I can count. A man's biggest downfall is not the woman he chooses. It's the woman he refuses to walk away from. You were never meant to fix her. You were meant to outgrow her. Before you give another ounce of your life to someone who thrives in emotional wreckage, ask yourself one question. If she brings this much chaos before she even earns your trust, what do you think she'll bring once she has it? There's another type of woman you must avoid, and she's far more subtle, far more socially accepted, and far more dangerous to a man's identity. She's the woman who doesn't ruin your life with chaos. She ruins it with comfort. The kind of comfort that slowly numbs your ambition, drains your purpose, and makes you forget who you were before she entered the picture. She's the woman who loves the version of you that asks for nothing, expects nothing, demands nothing. The woman who praises you as long as you stay small, as long as you stay predictable, as long as you don't disrupt the quiet little world she built around convenience and control. She doesn't want a man, she wants a placeholder, someone who won't threaten her sense of stability, someone who won't outgrow her, someone who won't force her to evolve. And at first she feels safe, she feels warm, she feels loyal. But pay attention to what she supports and what she quietly discourages. Does she celebrate your wins, or does she go silent when you succeed? Does she push you toward your potential, or does she subtly pull you back? Does she challenge you to be better, or does she get uncomfortable when you begin to rise? This type of woman fears a strong man because a strong man exposes her complacency. She doesn't want a partner who grows. She wants a partner who remains predictable. If you've ever wondered why your dreams felt lighter before you met her, it's because she wrapped them in her limitations. She doesn't forbid them out loud. She suppresses them with hesitation, doubt, and emotional guilt. She loves the version of you that keeps her from feeling insecure. And the moment you start wanting more from life, she'll make you feel like you're abandoning her, when really, all you're abandoning is stagnation. Hear this clearly. A woman who is threatened by your growth will never help you build a future. She will only help you build excuses. Men don't lose themselves because of explosive women. They lose themselves because of comfortable women who never ask them to rise. These are the women who keep your life quiet, but keep your potential buried. And years later, you wake up wondering where your fire went. The truth is, it didn't disappear. You just gave it to someone who didn't know how to handle a man with purpose. If she prefers your weakness over your strength, she is not your partner. She is your cage. There's another woman you must avoid at all costs, and she is the most exhausting of them all. She is the woman who lives in a world built entirely out of drama, a woman who is only at peace when there is something to fight about, cry about, complain about, or blame someone for. She's not addicted to love, she's addicted to emotional intensity, and she uses you as the fuel for it. You'll recognize her by one unmistakable pattern. Every calm moment turns into a storm, and every storm is somehow your fault. She will argue over things you never said, emotions you never caused, intentions you never had. She will twist your words, weaponize your honesty, and store every minor mistake like ammunition she plans to use later. And the worst part? She's convincing, she's emotional, she's expressive, she knows exactly how to make you feel guilty for things you didn't do. This is the woman who apologizes only when she fears losing you, but not because she understands what she did. Her apologies are temporary resets before the next explosion. She lives in cycles: intensity, chaos, tears, affection, repeat. And each cycle tightens the grip she has on your mind. Men fall for her because she makes the highs feel like heaven. But what you don't realize is this: she created the lows to make the highs feel that way. She becomes your emotional roller coaster, your source of stress, and strangely, your source of relief. That's the trap. You start associating her with both the pain and the comfort. You start thinking that chaos is passion, that arguments mean she cares, that emotional breakdowns are signs of connection. But they're not. They are signs of instability disguised as love. A drama-fueled woman doesn't want a healthy relationship. She wants intensity. She doesn't crave solutions. She craves reactions. And when a man is emotionally drained, he becomes easier to control. That's the real game. She doesn't need to overpower you physically. She overwhelms you mentally. She keeps you so busy managing her emotions that you stop managing your own life. You lose focus. You lose energy. You lose yourself. And here's the truth most men never accept until it's too late. A chaotic woman can only survive in relationships where chaos is allowed to exist. If you crave peace, purpose, and progress, this woman will suffocate every one of them. And the moment you break free, you'll realize something painful but liberating. You were never difficult to love. She was simply addicted to conflict. There's a fourth woman you must avoid, and she's dangerous in a completely different way. She's not chaotic, she's not dramatic, she's not insecure, she's strategic, calculated. She knows exactly what she wants, and she knows exactly how to get it, even if it means pretending to be someone she isn't. This is the woman who studies you. She mirrors your interests, repeats your values, and reflects your dreams. But not because she shares them. She does it because she wants access. Access to your attention, your resources, your reputation, your stability, your potential. She presents herself as the perfect match, the ideal partner, the woman who fits seamlessly into your world. But behind that charm is a motive she'll never admit. She is the chameleon, the one who blends in until she gets what she came for. You'll notice that her compliments are always tied to what you can provide, not who you are. She adores your drive as long as she benefits from its rewards. She admires your strength as long as she can use it as her shield. She praises your loyalty as long as it keeps you tied to her agenda. She makes you feel chosen, but the truth is, she chose what you represent, not the man you truly are. And the reason this woman is so dangerous is because she is patient. She doesn't rush. She doesn't push. She plays the long game. She'll make you feel safe, valued, respected, because stability is the easiest way to lower a man's guard. And once she has it, once she's positioned herself in your life, once she's woven herself into your routines and expectations, that's when the mask begins to slip. You'll notice subtle shifts: less appreciation, more entitlement, less connection, more conditions, less partnership, more negotiation. Suddenly, everything becomes transactional. Your time, your affection, your support, none of it is mutual anymore. It all serves her vision, her comfort, her goals. And here's the harsh truth: she never lied to you. She simply allowed you to believe what you wanted to believe. Men who fall for this type of woman don't lose their hearts. They lose their direction, because she doesn't just take from you. She redirects your path toward a life that was never truly yours. A woman who builds connection through performance will always reveal her true intentions eventually. But by the time you notice, she's already taken more of your life than you realized you were giving. A drama-fueled woman doesn't want a healthy relationship. She wants intensity. She doesn't crave solutions. She craves reactions. And when a man is emotionally drained, he becomes easier to control. That's the real game. She doesn't need to overpower you physically. She overwhelms you mentally. She keeps you so busy managing her emotions that you stop managing your own life. You lose focus. You lose energy. You lose yourself. And here's the truth most men never accept until it's too late. A chaotic woman can only survive in relationships where chaos is allowed to exist. If you crave peace, purpose, and progress, this woman will suffocate every one of them. And the moment you break free, you'll realize something painful but liberating. You were never difficult to love. She was simply addicted to conflict. There's another woman you need to avoid, and she's the one men excuse the most. She doesn't scream, she doesn't manipulate loudly, she doesn't start wars. Instead, she drains you slowly, quietly, patiently. She is the woman who plays the role of victim so convincingly that you start believing her pain is your responsibility. And before you even realize what happened, you've become her emotional caretaker instead of her partner. This is the woman whose entire identity revolves around being hurt, misunderstood, or mistreated by everyone around her. Every ex was toxic. Every friend betrayed her. Every job used her. Every situation was unfair. And when she tells these stories, she looks at you with those soft, wounded eyes, hoping you'll see her as someone who needs saving. But here's the truth. She doesn't want saving. She wants rescuers, men who will carry the weight she refuses to lift herself. There's one more woman you must avoid. And she's the most deceptive of all, because she doesn't harm you with chaos or guilt or manipulation. She harms you by convincing you that you're not worthy of anything better. She is the woman who subtly lowers your standards, not by force, but by familiarity. She makes you comfortable with disappointment, comfortable with being undervalued, comfortable with being the only one putting in effort. And over time, that comfort becomes the trap.